Now, it doesn't take a lot to prove an anti-vaxxer is wrong. It really doesn't take a lot. However, when you've got a nice bright bonfire, there's always more room on the fire for yet more stupidity. And now we're going to talk about the HVP vaccine, which is used against cervical cancer. Now, this vaccine was introduced about a decade ago. Now, what do you think the results have been? Well, if you know, you'll know that the countries that have introduced it have at least halved the rates of cervical cancer, and those countries that were the early adapters of it have seen at least 60%, and it's climbing. So you have to, again, still wonder why these anti-vax people still complain about, oh, vaccines don't work. Well, here you have a perfect example, a recent new vaccine working, and yet apparently vaccines don't work. So this is just, again, complete madness, because now this new thing has been spreading about there is now this HVP syndrome. There is no evidence, scientific evidence, to support that this syndrome is a thing. It's all been coming from vehement anti-vax parents and people who are known to be anti-vax people, like Julie Wildman, for example. She's been saying that this syndrome has been causing people to basically go dizzy permanently, and other various illnesses sporadically just after they've had the HVP vaccine. No evidence to support this, just someone's anecdotal evidence. And again, they've got nothing, they've got no legs to stand on. So you have to wonder, when is this anti-vax nonsense going to stop? Unfortunately, it's going to be, I think, going to take a time, because if you look after the whole Andrew Wakefield debacle, remember, Andrew Wakefield at this point has been so thoroughly debunked and shown to be an absolute fraud and a charlatan, people still believe him. Why? Because there was a cognitive bias in their mind that for some reason vaccines didn't work, or they had some conspiracy of like big pharma against them. And you know, there's just no getting through to some people. There really isn't. And we've seen, again, just peaks and troughs on this continually. And there are places where it's hardly noticeable, there are places where it's more noticeable. And that's the unfortunate state we are in, unfortunately. So, to any anti-vaxxers out there who might see this video, consider the point that I started off with this video, that the HVP vaccine has halved, if not more, the rates of cervical cancer in some countries. So I have to ask you the question, we're given this evidence, why do you still think that vaccines don't work?